Camilla's bold demand sparks bitter feud. It's war Camilla wants now or nothing less. Camilla demanded royal titles for her biological children, a request that sent shockwaves through the royal family. The Queen Consort's bold bid for power and recognition was swiftly and unequivocally denied by King Charles III, plunging the royal household into one of its most bitter disputes in recent memory. The king's refusal was absolute, and his anger palpable. Sources close to the palace described the confrontation as explosive, with Charles reportedly viewing Camilla's request as an assault on centuries of royal tradition. "This is a monarchy, not a democracy," an insider allegedly stated. The refusal wasn't just about titles, it was about the very fabric of the British monarchy, and King Charles was determined to preserve it, even at the expense of harmony within his marriage. But the fallout didn't stop there. Princess Anne, widely regarded as one of the most loyal and steadfast members of the royal family, stepped into the fray. Never one to mince words and fiercely opposed Camilla's proposal, calling it disruptive and a direct threat to the monarchy's future. Her intervention deepened the divide, with palace insiders describing the atmosphere as poisonous and untenable. As the royal siblings rallied together against Camilla, the Queen Consort found herself increasingly isolated. The cracks in the royal family have never been more visible. The once private feud spilled over into public view as Camilla and Charles appeared distant and strained during royal engagements. Rumors swirled as the Queen Consort began attending events alone, her usually steadfast smile replaced by a strained expression. Palace whispers hinted that the marital discord was more severe than ever before, with trust between the couple reportedly eroded by the ongoing power struggle. What makes this conflict so extraordinary is how personal it has become. Camilla's desire for her children to share in the privileges of royal life has turned into a battle over respect, equality, and belonging. For years, Camilla fought to win public acceptance as Charles's wife and later Queen Consort, but now, her ambition to elevate her children threatens to undo all the goodwill she painstakingly built. King Charles, for his part, remains unmoved. The monarchy, he believes, is not a place for negotiation. Titles are earned through birthright or duty, and to grant them based on Camilla's desires would set a dangerous precedent. "This isn't a royal free-for-all," an anonymous royal aide reportedly commented. Charles's stance is clear: protecting the monarchy's integrity comes before personal relationships, even if it means alienating his wife. The media has been relentless in its coverage of the unfolding drama. Headlines dissect every icy glance, every solo appearance, and every whisper of discontent. Public opinion is sharply divided. Some hail King Charles as a steadfast defender of tradition, while others see his refusal as cold and dismissive of Camilla's sacrifices. Meanwhile, Camilla's supporters argue that her children, while not born into royalty, have shown grace and dignity that deserve recognition. Princess Anne's role in this saga cannot be overstated. Her unwavering support for her brother has been both a source of strength and controversy, and has long been a symbol of duty and tradition within the monarchy, and her fierce opposition to Camilla's demand only solidifies her position as a key player in this conflict. Yet, Anne's bluntness has also drawn criticism, with some accusing her of exacerbating tensions rather than seeking resolution. Behind the scenes, attempts at reconciliation have been slow and fraught with difficulty. Family meetings to address the crisis reportedly ended in heated arguments, with neither side willing to back down. The emotional toll on all involved is evident, as the once close bond between Charles and Camilla continues to deteriorate under the weight of the dispute. While the royal family publicly projects an image of unity, the reality is far more complex. Insiders describe the palace as a house divided, with loyalties split and long-simmering resentments bubbling to the surface. The stakes are high. Not only does this conflict risk further straining Charles and Camilla's relationship, but it also threatens to undermine the monarchy's public image as a beacon of stability. As the dust settles, the question remains, can the royal family overcome this crisis, or will the rift continue to widen? For now, all eyes are on King Charles and Queen Camilla as they navigate this turbulent chapter in their lives. The future of their marriage, and perhaps the monarchy itself, hangs in the balance. The tension shows no sign of easing as the weeks go by, with each new development only adding fuel to the fire. Those closest to the Queen Consort have painted a picture of a woman deeply hurt and frustrated. Camilla, who has spent decades proving herself as a worthy partner to King Charles and a committed member of the royal family, reportedly sees the refusal as a slight against her children and, by extension, herself. She feels like she's being treated as an outsider all over again, a source close to Camilla revealed. Her entire life has been a battle for acceptance, and now she feels like she's fighting for her family to be recognized as part of the institution she's dedicated herself to. Yet, her persistence only seems to harden the resolve of those opposing her. For Princess Anne and others within the royal fold, granting titles to Camilla's children is not just about protocol, it's about ensuring the monarchy remains a symbol of continuity and tradition. To them, this request strikes at the heart of what it means to be royal. Adding another layer of complexity is the role of Prince William and Prince Harry. Although the brothers remain estranged from one another, they reportedly share similar views on this matter. William, as the heir to the throne, is said to be particularly concerned about setting a precedent that could dilute the significance of royal titles. Harry, despite his distance from royal duties, is rumored to have expressed quiet support for Anne and Charles's stance. Public reaction has been just as divided as the family itself. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for supporters of both sides, with hashtags trending daily. Many have called for a modernization of the monarchy, arguing that Camilla's children should be acknowledged for the sacrifices their mother made in becoming a public figure. Others, however, insist that the monarchy must remain steadfast in its traditions, with no room for personal favors or bending the rules. The intensity of the debate has led some to question whether the monarchy can survive such internal strife in an age of public scrutiny. Critics have pointed to this feud as a sign of deeper dysfunction within the royal family, arguing that such disputes undermine their role as symbols of unity and stability. Amid the turmoil, King Charles is said to be grappling with the personal toll this conflict has taken. While he remains resolute in his decision, those close to him have noted a growing sense of weariness. Charles is a man who values loyalty and respect, but he's caught in an impossible position, a palace insider shared. He loves Camilla deeply, but he also feels an overwhelming responsibility to uphold the monarchy. Meanwhile, Camilla's children have stayed out of the public eye, refusing to comment on the controversy. However, their silence has only fueled speculation, with tabloids speculating on their private frustrations and how they view their mother's role in the royal family. The Queen Consort's isolation within the palace has become more apparent with each passing day. Where she was once a visible and active participant in royal engagements, she now appears to have taken a step back, possibly in response to the mounting criticism. Palace aides have reportedly struggled to manage the optics, with some suggesting that Camilla is being deliberately sidelined in an attempt to de-escalate tensions. The ultimate resolution to this crisis remains unclear. Will Camilla back down in the face of opposition, or will she continue to push for recognition of her children? Can King Charles find a way to balance his role as monarch with his duties as a husband? And, most critically, can the royal family recover from this fracture without further damaging their reputation? As the world watches, one thing is certain: the stakes could not be higher. This is not just a battle over titles, it is a test of loyalty, tradition, and the very essence of what it means to be royal. For King Charles and Queen Camilla, the days ahead will define not only their legacy, but also the future of the monarchy itself. As the storm brews within palace walls, the tension spills over into the wider world, making headlines and sparking debates across continents. The Queen Consort's plight has ignited fierce opinions, with people from all walks of life weighing in on what many see as a deeply personal struggle versus a centuries-old institution's need for stability. Rumors have emerged of private conversations where Camilla has expressed her exasperation. According to insiders, she has described the situation as insulting and unfair, feeling that her decades of loyalty and the sacrifices she made to stand by King Charles should count for something. These sentiments have reportedly led to late-night discussions with the king, some of which are said to be heated and emotional. For King Charles, the weight of the crown has never felt heavier. Tasked with being a symbol of unity and strength, he now finds himself torn between duty and devotion. Sources close to the monarch reveal that while he stands firm publicly, behind closed doors, the toll on his personal life is evident. His relationship with Camilla, long seen as a story of redemption and enduring love, now faces its greatest test. The public is not blind to the cracks forming in this royal marriage. Reports of Camilla withdrawing from joint engagements and spending more time at her private residence have fueled speculation that the strain is beginning to show. For a woman who has fought so hard to gain acceptance, this perceived retreat feels like a setback, a return to the days when she was an outsider looking in. On the other side of the conflict, Princess Anne continues to be a symbol of stoic defiance. Known for her unwavering commitment to royal tradition, she has become a rallying point for those within the family who oppose Camilla's request. In private, Anne is said to have voiced her concerns that granting titles to Camilla's children could open the floodgates for future demands, weakening the monarchy's carefully preserved structure. This divide has created a palpable sense of unease within the royal family. Events that were once opportunities for unity now feel like battlegrounds, with members reportedly avoiding direct confrontation by limiting interactions to formalities. Even public appearances have taken on an air of tension, with body language analysts dissecting every gesture for signs of discord. The media has capitalized on this rift, with headlines screaming of betrayal, power struggles, and hidden agendas. The public appetite for royal drama seems insatiable, and every new piece of information, whether confirmed or speculative, adds another layer of complexity to an already fraught situation. Despite the negativity dominating the narrative, there are whispers of hope. Some palace insiders believe that a compromise could be reached, one that respects tradition while acknowledging the changing dynamics of modern families. However, the path to such a resolution remains unclear. With emotions running high and both sides firmly entrenched, finding common ground seems increasingly difficult. The Queen Consort, for her part, is said to be exploring alternative ways to honor her children without challenging royal protocol. These efforts, though quiet for now, hint at a woman determined to protect her family's dignity while respecting the monarchy she has come to love. As the weeks turn into months, the stakes continue to rise. Will this crisis mark a turning point for the monarchy, forcing it to adapt to the realities of modern life? Or will it serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the face of personal desires, the crown must always come first? For now, all eyes remain on Buckingham Palace, where history is being written in real time. The outcome of this struggle will not only shape the legacy of King Charles and Queen Camilla, but also set the tone for a monarchy navigating the turbulent waters of the 21st century. Only time will tell whether this institution, built on tradition and resilience, can weather yet another storm, or whether the cracks will deepen into irreparable divides. As the days unfold, whispers of escalating tension have begun to ripple beyond the gilded gates of Buckingham Palace. The once carefully managed facade of royal harmony appears increasingly fragile, with insiders leaking tales of heated debates and mounting frustrations. Queen Camilla's struggle has now become more than a private battle. it has transformed into a public spectacle, amplifying the sense of unease that hangs heavy over the monarchy. Camilla's supporters argue that her children, while not royal by birth, deserve acknowledgement and respect for their role as extensions of her identity. She has given everything to this family and this institution, a close ally of the Queen Consort confided. The least they can do is show a modicum of respect for her personal life. Are we not in the modern era? Yet this push for progress has reignited old wounds and resentments. Critics, particularly from staunch royalist circles, see this as a dangerous precedent. The monarchy is not a family business, one senior royal correspondent noted. It's a national institution. Decisions like this cannot be based on personal sentiment, they must prioritize the integrity of the crown. The fallout has not been limited to Camilla and her immediate circle. King Charles, already under immense pressure to steer a monarchy that faces questions about its relevance, now finds his reign overshadowed by domestic unrest. Some advisors have reportedly cautioned the king against taking sides too openly, fearing that such a move could alienate one faction of the family, or worse, the public itself. The tension was palpable during a recent royal engagement, where body language experts observed what appeared to be subtle but telling signs of strain between key players. Camilla, usually composed and gracious, seemed unusually reserved, while Princess Anne maintained her signature stoic expression, avoiding any direct acknowledgement of the Queen Consort. Meanwhile, public opinion remains deeply divided. Social media platforms are awash with debates, hashtags trending as users argue over whether tradition should evolve to accommodate modern realities. Supporters of Camilla have launched online campaigns emphasizing her decades of dedication and the need to humanize the monarchy. Opponents, however, insist that the institution's strength lies in its adherence to precedent and its role as a unifying symbol above personal disputes. Yet, amid the cacophony of opinions and speculation, a deeper question looms: how much strain can the monarchy endure before its foundations begin to crumble? Historically, the crown has survived wars, scandals, and upheavals. But this latest conflict strikes at the heart of its very identity, an institution steeped in tradition now wrestling with the demands of a rapidly changing society. Camilla's position within this maelstrom is precarious. Though she has earned the public's respect over time, her request for recognition for her children has reopened the debate about her place within the royal hierarchy. She was just starting to be fully accepted, one commentator remarked. This could set her back decades in the public's eyes. Despite the bleak outlook, there are glimpses of potential resolution. Some suggest a middle path, perhaps honorary titles or public recognition that stops short of full royal status. Such a compromise could appease both sides, preserving the integrity of the crown while honoring Camilla's sacrifices. However, even this solution would require careful navigation to avoid inflaming tensions further. Behind the scenes, palace staff work tirelessly to manage the fallout. Crisis meetings have reportedly become a daily occurrence, with advisors debating how best to present a united front. This is uncharted territory, one insider admitted. There's no handbook for handling a situation like this. As the royal family braces for what may be its most challenging chapter in recent history, one thing is clear: the decisions made in the coming weeks will have far-reaching implications. They will not only determine the legacy of King Charles and Queen Camilla, but also shape the future of the monarchy itself. For now, the world watches with bated breath, waiting to see whether this ancient institution can once again adapt to the tides of change, or whether the cracks that have begun to form will widen into irreparable divides. Whatever the outcome, this moment will be remembered as a pivotal point in the story of the British monarchy, a test of its resilience in an age of relentless scrutiny and shifting values. The tension within Buckingham Palace shows no signs of abating, and as the days pass, the stakes only seem to rise. Whispers of late-night meetings and behind-closed-door confrontations continue to seep into the public sphere, painting a picture of a royal household caught in a vortex of internal discord. Every statement, every leaked comment, is analyzed to exhaustion, adding fuel to an already blazing fire. Reports have surfaced suggesting that even senior palace aides are divided on the matter. On one side are those who support Camilla's quiet but firm advocacy for her children, viewing it as a natural extension of her personal journey into royal life. On the other are the traditionalists, adamant that such a move would set a dangerous precedent, one that could erode the monarchy's very foundation. Queen Camilla's request isn't just about titles, one royal insider revealed. It's about a fundamental shift in how the monarchy views itself, whether it's an institution that evolves, or one that remains firmly rooted in its historical legacy. The palace is now grappling with that very question. Even within the public sphere, the debate has reached fever pitch. Protesters on both sides have taken to the streets, their chants echoing through London as the monarchy's future hangs in the balance. Online platforms continue to boil with arguments, with both supporters and detractors of Camilla's position refusing to yield an inch. The global media, too, has latched onto the story, running endless headlines and commentary that dissect every development. Yet, amidst this storm of controversy, Camilla herself has maintained a stoic silence. Sources close to the Queen Consort describe her as both resolute and deeply conflicted, unwilling to back down yet acutely aware of the potential consequences for the monarchy and her relationship with King Charles. "She's torn," said a confidant. Camilla wants what's best for her family, but she also understands the enormous responsibility of her role. This is a line she's never wanted to cross, but now feels compelled to. The strain on King Charles is evident as well. Having spent decades preparing for his role as sovereign, his reign has